Welcome back wrestling WWE fans. Tonight we revisit Paris, where the tribal chief stepped into the arena not just for a match, but for retribution. Roman Reigns has carried the weight of the bloodline for years, dominating WWE with an empire built on fear, loyalty, and manipulation. At the heart of that empire stood Paul Heyman, the wise man who orchestrated Roman's rise and cemented his reign. But behind the glory, there has always been pressure, silent resentment, and questions about whether Heyman was guiding the family or simply using them as pawns in his endless game of power. That tension finally reached a breaking point under the Paris lights. The match itself was charged with emotion, the crowd sensing that Roman was fighting not just an opponent but his own ghosts. The story of the bloodline has always been one of loyalty tested by ambition, of dominance tempered by distrust, and Paul Heyman was the thread that held it all together. Yet in every victory, there were whispers that Heyman was pulling strings for himself, whispering poison into ears and creating rifts within the family. Roman's glare across the ring was more than fury, it was years of suppressed anger boiling over, a demand for respect from the man who once bowed to him but always seemed one step ahead. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. And then it happened. In the middle of the chaos, Roman turned his rage not toward his in-ring adversary, but toward Heyman himself. The Paris crowd erupted in disbelief as Roman finally snapped, launching a brutal attack on the very man who had been his voice, his strategist, his ally. Heyman, wide-eyed and pleading, was left broken in the corner as the tribal chief showed the world that betrayal would no longer be tolerated. It was shocking, visceral, and yet, to many, inevitable. The wise man who had always claimed to serve had finally been served with Roman's vengeance. Backstage, the fallout was immediate and deafening. Whispers spread that the bloodline is in freefall, that without Heyman's guiding hand, Roman's empire may collapse faster than it rose. Others argued this was necessary, that Roman cutting ties meant taking back control of a family that had been manipulated from within. But the truth lingers like a scar, the bond between tribal chief and wise man is broken forever. And in WWE, nothing cuts deeper than betrayal from those closest to you. Because when trust is shattered and bloodlines are tested, the story is never about gold or glory, it is about the wounds left behind, the loyalty lost, and the family that may never be whole again.